Okay, this is my introduction to the why I switched from boiled linseed to raw linseed oil, number 2. In this video I wanted to show you guys some my raw footage of my first video, and to show you some other footage of my linseed oil. So I'm going to include that in this video. So that'll segue right into why I switched. So this is number 2. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you want to hit subscribe, subscribe. If not, fine. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you. So I got a couple of videos I'm going to show you on me just applying some oil on the linseed oil. It took 2 days for it to completely soak in. So today's the 16th, and I did the first one on the 14th. I think it's gonna rain. I really do. I'll do one more coat and I'll record it. Record my progress. I'm not gonna keep recording each coat that I do though. See how she looks. See how she did. It won't be me really talking, it'll just be the videos where I actually put in some linseed oil. I'm not going to show too much of it, but just a little bit to show you why I'm always going to raw linseed oil. So that'll be the point of that video. Put a coat on here real fast and then repeat this process until it stops absorbing. So I just put it on and I do it again. Sometimes it takes one a day, sometimes it takes one coat a day or 2 coats a day, or sometimes it even takes up to 2 to 3 days before it totally absorbs. And once it fully absorbs, then I go back and do it again. Today I want to talk about why I switched from boiled linseed oil to raw linseed oil, video number 2. So I want to talk about why I switched from boiled linseed oil to raw linseed oil number 2. And as I said before in the other video, boiled linseed oil would make my hands itch. But in this video, I was going to talk also because it would dry out my hands and all that stuff. And it was not great for me to use. And it didn't allow for ample penetration into the wood. So that was one of the reasons why I talked about boiled linseed, but I never got into that. I don't know why I just didn't talk about it. But in this video I want to talk about it. But the difference between a surface coating and a non-surface coating one. But I'm going to stick with why I switched. So one of the key things that I think about, that why I really did switch from this, is that the reason I switched to, this is flaxseed oil by the way, this flaxseed oil, is I noticed that it was penetrating a whole lot deeper. Boiled linseed oil, on the other hand, it wouldn't penetrate. I had to do several things, mineral spirits and all this stuff, and I had to add more chemicals. So, and then I did it on a blank piece of wood, and I tried it, and I sawed it. It was still, there was nothing. And but when I used raw linseed oil, because I read about skill cold actually, talked about it, doing flaxseed oil on your wood, and I did it, and it started penetrating a whole lot more. And I actually had a gate for my son. I started putting flaxseed oil over the gate and oil everywhere. I just started oiling it, and I was using flaxseed oil. I noticed it was penetrating, but it was taking a whole lot longer to dry. But I didn't kind of think about sticking the sunlight to help it dry a lot faster. So this is a way to go. And boiled linseed oil, if you put on too many coats, like I tried that once every day for 7 days, or I just put oil on it, it was starting to gum up and it was starting to become all tacky and nasty and gloppy and goopy, and I didn't like it. So, and it was very hard to maintain. And then when I stripped out the boiled linseed oil, I thought, well, I want to get it back to the bare wood and see if it'll take in any more oil. Well, lo and behold, get it back to the bare wood, like this black walnut one. This one actually had varnish before, and then I actually started putting boiled linseed oil on it, and then I thought, well, let's take back that boiled linseed oil. So I got all the regular boiled linseed oil off of there, and lo and behold, I started putting this on there. I must have got about 50 coats of flaxseed oil on there, from this one. At one point I was putting on 2 coats a day, and then 1, and then a couple of times 3 coats, and then started soaking it in, and soaking it in, and soaking it in. And then like, when summer came around, I put it outside and let it soak in this, heat, bake in the sun, and then cure. Now, it will cure without the sun. Believe me, it will. I've done it before. In fact, I got a few that have cured without the sun, but I don't have them right on my hand. But nonetheless, the boiled linseed oil, here's the trade-off. It dries real fast, that's true, but it does not penetrate deep. Raw linseed oil, flaxseed oil, it soaks in so deep. Let's get another one that I had with boiled linseed oil at one point. In fact, it has boiled linseed oil on it. It had boiled linseed oil, I meant to say. Had. But I can just prove to you right now, this is surface coating. You just have to take my word for it as a surface coating. But it's not boiled linseed oil surface coating. I used bleached linseed oil. So this is another one that has linseed oil, and you can build a surface coating on it. Believe it or not, you can. It's not hard to do. It's just, I don't feel the point of it. But I think it's a good stick, and I think I've used this a lot of times. Once again, this did have boiled linseed oil again. It had boiled linseed oil. But I don't think that you need to build a surface coating on your sticks. I mean, I thought for a while that, well, what about the bark? What about the bark? The bark ain't protected. It's left bare. Well, I have my one freeform maple walking stick, and it's been caught in rain and snow, and it seems the bark is not being affected by it because there's enough oil. I think my thing is just get it with enough oil. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna put in some doing some coats of certain sticks that I've done for my YouTube channel. This one here, I probably need to put more oil on it, but this one's gonna be kind of it's bare. There is no surface coating on this one. I didn't do boiled linseed oil on this one. So I haven't done boiled linseed oil in like 3 years. And this is the main reason I switched. It was gumming up on my wood. It was making a mess. It was a pain in the neck. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Now there are natural boiled linseed oils out there. You can look for them. Tried and True is one of them. But I just don't see the point. I want that penetration, that deep soaking. So I'm going to show you a couple more, and then we'll not going. So once again, another stick that has somewhat of a surface coating. I really don't care about surface coating anymore. This one at one point had boiled linseed oil, and I just didn't keep it up with the boiled linseed oil. I got off the boiled linseed oil and put in the raw linseed oil so I could get some into the wood. So what's the point of having a stick if you can't get it into the wood? And boiled linseed oil is not that great. Everybody thinks it was the traditional way of doing it way back in the old days, but it wasn't. It was raw linseed oil. I don't know how they stumbled upon it being a woodworking oil, but I guess maybe somebody opened up some flaxseed oil and noticed there was some dried stuff around it. So I could show you. I'll show you what it looks like if I can get it open. You can see it right here on the crevice, on the edge. And in the outer part here, maybe right there, that's the gum up. And like I said, I'm going to put in some footage of my videos of this. But I want to go back to this video on why I switched from boiled linseed to raw linseed oil to make it clear that raw linseed oil is a little bit slower, but it's worth it. You take your time and just do it right. If you don't want to take your time, I did put on my YouTube channel, if you go on my discussion board, you can see where I put a link to buy my walking sticks. I don't make much money off my walking sticks. I don't do it to make money. I do it for enjoyment, and I like making walking sticks for people, and to get the best out of them. I want the best use, so I'll recap one more time. Okay, so to recap, why I mainly switched from boiled linseed oil to raw linseed oil. It was deeper penetration, better saturation, and the stick felt like a well-oiled stick. Boiled linseed oil didn't do any of that. The only thing it did was dry fast. It's nice to build surface coating with, but you can still do that with raw linseed oil if you want to. Mainly, the only difference is with raw linseed oil, you gotta do it in the sun. But I don't think I need to do that anymore. I'm gonna stop putting surface coating on my wood. I'm just gonna saturate them to the point of no return. So I'm gonna shoot in some other footage of my one video. It was a little bright. There was some bright spots. I noticed. I was new to my camera. There were some bright spots. There's like right in here somewhere. There was some bright spots, and I just thought it was a smudge mark or something like that, not realizing that it was the sun glaring on my camera. I didn't mean for that to happen. But so that was the main reason that I switched from boiled linseed oil to raw linseed oil. And if you like my video, give it a like. I don't ask about subscribing anymore because I just don't care to do it anymore. You want to subscribe, you subscribe. If you want to, that's up to you. Also, leave me a comment and I will get back to you, and we can discuss about why I switched into more detail that I might not have thought of in this video right here. So, there we go with this. I'm gonna call it done. Take care and God bless.